Nifty had been defending 21,900 for the last 3, 4, 5 sessions, broke below it yesterday, but a good bit of a bounce back this morning. What's your reading on the markets? Because I'm seeing the global cues, they are looking also slightly favorable, but we are again in that expiry time. Today is a bank Nifty's expiry, and of course we have the big event from a macroeconomic perspective with Fed FOMC decision tomorrow. What's the setup looking like for Nifty now?
Good morning, Suyash. We are trading at a very key pivotal level, as I understand, 21,850 plus minus 50 points, considering the fact that you are dealing with a very key economic event tomorrow, the Fed rate decision. So 21,850 plus minus 50 points is a very important point for the market. This is a point where it can be the trend decider for the remainder part of the March series. As of now, we are trading at a very key pivotal zone, and still, as it trades right now, the trend is positive for the index. So let's see how the market reacts tomorrow post the Fed policy. But as I understand, for day trading, at least we will see some bit of a marginal recovery because there has been a bit of short positions in the index, as I see in the futures and options segment. And ahead of the event, there is a good chance that there would be some bit of a short unwinding, especially considering the fact that tomorrow is a weekly expiry for the Nifty index. So 21,800 should hold on for the day. That's an important support if you are a day trader. And in case the index recovers from here, then for day trading, 21,950 is where we look forward to. And from the weekly perspective, the key resistance point for the Nifty index would be 22,200.
All right, and I also wanted to get your views on Bank Nifty because, of course, it has been correcting for the last 8 sessions. I mean, the move has not been strong enough to warrant a headline, so it has pretty much gone under the radar of a lot of the traders and investors out there. Not you, of course, I'm sure, but 46,000, we are defending that. That's also critical because I think 46,000, 46,400 is the zone where 50 DMA and the 100 DMA is over there. Can we defend that this expiry day?
Yes, today the sense is Bank Nifty should close in the green. It is expected to pivot around the 46,500 zone plus minus 250 points from where we are right now. As I look at the options matrix right now, 46,500 calls and puts are garnering a lot of accumulation in open interest, which just makes me believe that a single strike call and put have been sold, which you call it as a traditional short straddle, where time depreciation for the expiry day would play in if if Bank Nifty expires around the 46,500 mark. Yes, for the short term, that's for the coming week, 46,000 is a very important support. Broadly, if you keep read the Bank Nifty price action, it's in a range. 46,000, 47,000 is the range. It's going to be choppy. There is no clear direction at least. So Nifty, at least you are trading at a pivotal point, but Bank Nifty, it's going to be a bit choppy and all over the place. Keep short-term trading targets, trade intraday. As at least for today, I feel there would be some bit of a respite in Bank Nifty. 46,750 can be the possible upside if you are a day trader in the banking index.
Good morning, Akshay. Now, quick commerce and specifically Zomato and Blinkit have been in the news lately quite a lot. Now, the promoters believe that Blinkit, which is this subsidiary company, may overtake the parent in the times to come, probably as near as 1 year. Going by the gross order value growth of the Q3 FY24, Blinkit grew 103% year on year. Zomato, the food delivery business, only 27% year on year. Looking at the Zomato stock, that has been in the positive, almost 200% returns in the last 1 year. Two questions. One, do you see a bifurcation in the two stocks and you have another listing around the corner? Or do you see any steam left, second question, in Zomato, or has it maxed out?
Good morning, Amit. As far as Zomato goes, if you are a short-term trader, the steam has fizzled out. If you look at the price action in Zomato in the last few trading sessions, Somewhere or the other, there has been profit booking, which is pretty evident at the levels of 170, 175. These are the all-time highs, which we saw way back somewhere in 2021. And since these levels are revisited after almost a couple of years, 2.5 years, there is going to be some bit of selling pressure around the levels of 170, 75. So for traders, yes, the momentum has fizzled off. It might take some time to regain above 170, but I would consider this stock more from a delivery angle, from a slightly medium term perspective. I would like to give it a time of minimum 3 months plus with a buy and hold perspective, where I see the level of 170 eventually being overtaken. So accumulate Zomato from current levels 145, 140 are also good levels in case you get those dips whenever it happens. I am looking at targets of 225 plus strong positional targets. The broader setup is still positive. So accumulate Zomato, keep a longer term perspective, keep an investment perspective. 225 plus targets would be on in Zomato in the next 3 to 4 months.
All right, that's the view coming in on Zomato. But hospital stocks, I mean, they have been struggling lately. The fall in them, of course, was on the back of Supreme Court order that calls for standard rates for medical treatment in private hospitals. But one particular stock, saw a bit of a bounce back. Rainbow Children's Medicare. I mean, a strong 4.5% rally we saw yesterday. Even today, it's trading in the green, almost up 1%. I mean, what's the call over here, Akshay? Has the stock bottomed out?
Yeah, the initial sense the charts are predicting is that 1100 support is in place. This stock has been hammered a bit if you look at the last few trading sessions from 1450 to 1100, but the last 3 to 4 days recovery is almost around 30 to 40 odd percent of the fall which we have seen lately. It might take some time to stabilize because it's not going to be a one-way rally considering the kind of fall which you had recent times in Rainbow Children Medicare. So yes, do not time to time the trade from a short-term perspective. The stop losses would be below 1100, which are pretty big. Try to accumulate it in the range of 1150 to 1200. Might take time. Might again revisit the levels of 1150. Keep a stop below 1100. But the sense I'm deriving is that it will reattempt 1400 plus in the next 1 to 1.5 month. So yes, consider buying from 1 to 1.5 month perspective. 1400 targets look on, 1100 is the support. Your stop loss will be below 1100 and trade with a positive bias in Rainbow Children's Medicare.
Okay, Akshay, and what are your picks for our investors today?
A couple of trading picks, we are technical trading picks. The first one is SRF. It has a presence in the chemical space, and if you, today it's a bit of momentum, but it has started off the March series on a positive note. It's been under a major sideways or a consolidation phase since the last 3 years, and the sense I derive from the price reading is that it is heading for a major technical breakout about 2600. So right now, I would like to take it step by step, keep more of a trading view on it, and target around 2560 to 2597 with a stop loss of 2415. So that's the first trade I would recommend. Buy SRF. The second trade is Kotak Mahindra Bank from the private banking space. Strong support building is seen at the level of 1700. Held on strongly compared to the other private banks in the last few trading sessions. The sense I derive is that the technical parameters are projecting a possible inverse head and shoulder bullish breakout above 1780. Accumulate at the current levels for that possible breakout, which I'm preempting. Your target area would be 1784 to 1805, and the stop loss would be 1700 on this buy trade.